Reading a book does not get the job done. Actually, applying those teachings makes the job done. Hello everyone and welcome back to another video in this Honest Take series. I'm Anushka and thank you so much for showing a positive response on the first video of this series. Honestly, I still am nervous about this whole series. I'm quite hesitant because when I announced this series, I felt like people might get offended and they might create controversy, but that did not happen. You guys were so positive, which is what made me confident to put up this video on the problems associated with self-help or self-improvement books. Yes, there is the problem. Hear me out. See, as I said earlier, a coin has two sides. So if one thing has pros, like positive side to it, it eventually will have negative points to it as well, and which is what I'm presenting here. I'm not discouraging you from reading self-help books, or I'm not denying their benefits, not at all. I'm just putting out my opinion. So the first issue or the first problem, that is the most crucial one, and I believe almost all of you would somewhere agree with me, is that reading self-help books and not taking action is like reading a book and wasting your time. See, reading a fiction is one where you're just reading and you're enjoying that story, you're enjoying yourself. That's not the case with reading a self-help book. If you're reading a self-help book, eventually you have to learn from those teachings, apply them practically, and then only it's worth reading a self-help book, because you know what, you're helping yourself. You want to improve yourself, you want to improve your life, your own personality, which is the sole reason why you read a self-help book. People might say that they are sincere, that they're diligent, who actually follow these tips actually practically. I agree, there are certain people, but it's just that I feel like it does not last in the longer run. I'm sure the most popular self-help book in the recent times, like it's extremely popular amongst teenagers, youngsters, is The Subtle Art. And have you all actually applied the teachings from that book? No. Another issue that I have with self-help books is repetition. If you have read self-help books, you know what I mean. Almost all of them revolve around the same topics, same tips. Eventually, you know that it's all about self-discipline. You have to follow a routine. You have to be self-disciplined. You have to have an organized life. That's the basic motto. You have to avoid procrastination. Also, if there's anything new in a book, there will be like 80% of the book will just have real life examples, practical ways to do that thing. And the basic motto, the gist is just 20%. You just have to read that 20% of the book. The basic information is just 20% of the book. Rest 180 pages, like if the book is 200 pages, 180 pages are like roughly just filled with repetitive things, with just examples. The next issue that I have from self-help books is this illusion of perfect life, perfect person. No one is perfect. And this is a thought on which these self-help books feed. They know psychologically that we all feel worthless at some points. We all feel that we want to be perfect, we want to reach there, but we are here, and to reach here we have to move to a certain level. And that is the path which these self-help books will help us in. They'll provide solutions to us, which is great. But then no one can ever be perfect. And this perfect morning routine, perfect night routine, perfect healthy diet, or no screen time, no digital content consumption, that is practically not possible. I mean, having a perfect life, either you can reach your aim, either you can think about your goal in life, or you can follow a routine. This is something that I have realized lately. Okay, so you'd say that all the successful people, because these self-help books preach this thing that to be successful you have to follow a certain life, you have to be disciplined. right? You have to self-discipline. Example, Elon Musk, he followed this routine, which is why he's successful. No, he's not successful because of his routine. He's not obsessed with his routine. His routine is a byproduct of his work, of his aim. He has this aim, he has to reach there, he has this goal, which is why he follows this routine. And that routine, he does not follow it, eventually got together. So don't obsess over routine, don't obsess over perfectionism. There's no one who can be perfect. Promising unrealistic expectations. I mean, this is how self-help books are marketed. Follow this one rule for a better life. Follow these 12 rules for life. Follow these 5 rules to become successful. These are the tips to become an extrovert. These are tips to become an introvert. Blah, blah, and blah. I mean, there are no fixed set of rules to become a person like this or that, a person like that. Life eventually happens and you learn. Yes, self-help books help you to reach your goal, but that does not mean that you have to follow a fixed set of rules to become a person like that. And also, I feel like once you start reading these self-help books, at a certain point, this may be controversial, but I feel like at times I compare myself with those people given in the book, the examples, and I feel like they've achieved so much and I haven't. Or maybe the author has achieved so much and I haven't, and I feel worthless, I feel inferior. Rather than feeling positive about myself, I feel inferior. I feel, oh my god, I can't achieve anything. In this time, at that time in their life, the author achieved this thing and I haven't. But the reality is the author lived their life and you haven't. You're just lying on a bed or reading lying on your couch and reading a book. You're not living your life. You'll eventually learn these things once you live your life. Go out and live. Learn from people. Yes, books are definitely helpful. They'll give you teachings. But it's important to go out, socialize, learn from people, from real life examples. Now this next problem I feel I've seen arise lately, and that is the culture of reading self-help books just to show off. You might not agree with me. I mean, majority of the people in my own community did not agree with me. You can see the poll, but it's totally fine with me. But here I'll present to you what I feel about it. I feel like people, yes, especially youngsters, go in this phase of just reading self-help books or non-fiction because they want to better themselves. They feel like they want to grow up. In that phase, when you're a teenager, you feel like I want to gain the knowledge of this whole world. Fast track way to become an older person, to become mature. Once you start reading it, you find yourself in it. You resonate with few thoughts. You feel like, oh, this is the problem that even I face, and here's the solution. Or these are the tips I should follow. And then you feel like, oh my god, it's working. This book is great. I should post. I should tell other people, because it's coming from not in a negative way. It's coming from a good heart of yours, because you want to share with people that, hey, this is a good thing. I am reading it. I am becoming a better person, and you should as well. I'm not discouraging you, okay? Self-help books are not at all bad. I'm not denying that they are not worth reading. They definitely are. They will help you, because personally what I feel is when I read a self-help book, I feel like, oh, I know this thing, but I wasn't able to articulate it this way. This book has presented it in a more articulate manner, in a more quotable manner, so I understand things. And that is a thing, once you read a self-help book, it definitely motivates you, it inspires you, so you get an initial push, but you have to then self-help. You have to learn from it. You can get an initial push, but in the longer run, you have to motivate yourself. And just go with the basic ones: Rich Dad or Poor Dad, How to Win Friends and Influence People, Think and Grow Rich, The Power of Habit. The basic ones. You don't really have to read a lot of self-help books. Even if you're reading one self-help book and just following one teaching from it, that's perfectly fine. But what's wrong is reading hundreds of self-help books and not even applying one thing, but just having those self-help books because it makes you feel good that, okay, oh my god, I have read. You feel like if you've read 200 pages, you have gained a lot of knowledge and the job is done. That's not true. Reading a book does not get the job done. Actually, applying those teachings makes the job done. So yeah, that's it. Comment down below what are your thoughts on it. Let me know, and yeah, I'll see you later with another video. Until then, bye bye.